because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Can I turn on your radio?
Yes, already.
It's almost showtime.
Who's your favorite talk radio personality?
That's Todd.
He's weird.
Monday through Friday.
He's strange.
5 to 7.
Sloppy.
I mean, he sounds perfect.
He's dreamy.
What do you say? Let's get it going.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Funny guys are dangerous. They'll make you laugh and laugh and laugh, and then boom, you're naked.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. We got the live stream going. We do it every night. If you want to watch the show, not just listen, but do it safely. Don't be doing it while you're driving. I hear from time to time people, they're like, I watch you every night on my way home from work, on my commute. I'm like, no, don't be watching when you're driving. Please. And all the tolling. But the live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube, and we do have a new telephone number. I'm going to pound this into your head. 937-957-1290 is our telephone number. Tonight on the show, we've got this is an Ohio man story that's creepy and weird and sort of adult related. So we're going to have to issue a warning here in a minute, but I'm going to get to that. We also have a jerk alert. We got a guy getting killed over French fries. We got a pickle jar attack. I mean, it's crazy. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on in the world. So we're going to try to cover all of that. But first, we got to talk about the weather. Now, scheduled to appear tonight on the show just after 6:30. Just a cool dude with a big dream, talking weather like you never seen. He's got the dew point and the wind chill. Nick done a big time weather thrill. I love that so much. I don't get to play it very often. Nick has a busy schedule, and he's sometimes he works in the morning, sometimes on the weekend. You know, he can't always be here. But I saw him in the hallway today, and I said, "Hey, can you be on the show tonight? Because we've got this severe weather coming, and we need you to come on and scare us." And he said, "Sure, I'll be there. I'll be there." So once he's done with the 90 minutes of news at 6:30, he's planning to be here. So there you go. All right. Well, let's get to our Ohio man story. This is he's Ohio man, causing chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws on the run from dusk to dawn. And as promised,
Warning. We have young ears present.
That's very adult, Todd.
Postnacious.
Here it comes.
This is your last warning.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
So if you've never heard that warning before, it's our adult content warning. Months ago, I got an email from a concerned mom who loves the show, but oftentimes during her drive home, she's got her kids in the car. And she said, sometimes there are certain stories that you talk about that might be a little adult in nature. I would just like a little bit of a warning, a little heads up, just in case, so I can kind of listen, see where it's going. And if I need to, turn it down, because I don't want the kids in the back seat to hear. So that's why we issue the warning. So you've all been warned. This happened in Butler, Ohio, not Butler County, Butler, Ohio, in Richland County. There's a guy up there who's the mayor of this town. His name, Wesley Dingus. That's his name. And he's facing a couple of charges. So let me set the stage. Mayor Dingus, I guess, he's got a family. They're not saying whether it was his daughter. It just said a minor in his care. So this teen girl said that she was feeling a little suspicious of Mayor Dingus. Again, could be dad, stepdad. I don't know. I don't know the dynamic. But let's just go with Mayor Dingus. she was a little suspicious of Mayor Dingus, that Mayor Dingus may have been coming into her bedroom after she goes to school. So this teen thought, well, wait a second, I need to find out what's going on. So this enterprising young woman, she bought a small surveillance camera and put it in her bedroom. So the morning of January 13th, she left home around 7 a.m. for school. Shortly after she left, she got a notification that there was motion detected in her bedroom. Now she's got this on her phone. You know, it's like a phone app. So she opens it up, and what does she see? She sees Mayor Dingus enter her room and start smelling her underwear. The mayor of this little village was caught on camera sniffing her underwear. The next day, she received another alert at 7:17 a.m. And the video showed Mayor Dingus enter her room again, smell her worn underwear, and then began touching himself with said article of clothing. This was the mayor, or is the mayor, probably soon to be past mayor of Butler, Ohio, and Richland County. The case, well, this is how they got. So let me back up. So the teen reports this to Children's Services. They call the deputies, or they call the sheriff's department. The sheriff shows up, and they go visit this guy. And they start the investigation. They, talk to the girl. They talk to the Mayor Dingus. And after they conclude their investigation, they send it to the prosecutor, who then issued 2 summonses for voyeurism charges. So the deputies issued the summonses to Mayor Dingus, who was in court this morning. And his bond was set at $10,000. So my question is, if there's video evidence of this, why is it just a summons? Why isn't it like, okay, a crime has been committed here. It's clear. We're filing charges immediately, and a warrant or something a little more direct. Now, maybe I don't understand summonses as clearly as others might, but I don't know. It seems like they just go to his house and arrest him. Not here's a little note. You gotta come to court on Thursday morning. But this isn't the first time the mayor Dingus is facing a judge. Apparently, July of last year, and I remember talking about this. So the mayor was out and about doing his thing, and he sees somebody that he knows is wanted for violating a parole or something. So what does the mayor do? He drives into him. He just hits the guy out on the road, just runs him over. So he got, in trouble for that. There is something off with this clown. And I hope, he goes to jail. And this poor girl, gets whatever help and support she needs. Because again, it doesn't say whether it was his daughter. It just says that the teen is a minor that was in his care. Well, what does that mean? Hopefully, Hopefully she gets the help she needs and support, because that's just super creepy. Well, there you go. Mayor Dingus, Butler, Ohio.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O-double-D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, here are the three big things you need to know. Services are set for the Tip City woman killed in an apparent home invasion this week. A Harrison Township man is accused of sexually abusing a 3-year-old. And our current top local story, the Miami Valley could see thunderstorms late this afternoon and into tonight.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Expert brake repair you can trust. Make sure you can stop when you need to the most. Get a little peace of mind by making an appointment today with your trusted brake repair experts at Grismer Tire.
Excuse me. Man, I got a tickle in my throat. Oh, my goodness gracious. Tomorrow is Friday. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Let's see. This Monday, you want me to wish him Monday or wish him happy birthday on Monday? Or do you want me to wish him happy birthday now? And does he watch the live stream? Deedly 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 dee deedly dee deedly dee deedly dee. Uh-oh. Mayor Dingus. Oh, that'll be fun, Heather.
Texas is full of rebels.
On WHIO.
My boys are ready to go.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. If you've been listening to the show for a while, you might recognize this little intro. This is a feature that I used to do. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm bringing it back. It's called the Evening Edge Local Music Showcase. And this is an opportunity for local bands, local solo artists that do original music to send me their tunes. And they gotta be good sound quality. They gotta meet FCC regulations. No, nothing explicit. And they gotta be your own creation. And send them to me at eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. And I'll give them a review. And if it meets all those criteria, we'll schedule it and we'll play it one night on the show. Now, I'm open to any genre, but you know the WHIO audience as well as I do. So, keep it between the lines, if you know what I mean. So if you want more details, you can go to my Facebook page. Just look for the local music showcase logo, and there's details there. All right, real quickly, Warren in Springfield. Hey, Warren.
Hey, Todd. Love the show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm a little confused about what they charged Mayor Dingus with. You said voyeurism.
That's what it said. It said 2 summonses for voyeurism.
Well, I don't think he was spying on her. I think she was spying on him while he was unlawfully possessing some personal property, if you know what I mean.
No, yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, she wasn't being voyeuristic. She was trying to protect herself and everything. So sure. I totally get putting surveillance cameras there, but I don't understand. I don't get that. I don't know if the charges were if they're being soft because he's the mayor, or maybe this was his daughter, or, it's just weird.
Hey, I got one more for you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the poor schmuck that gets 457-1290 as his new cell number?
You know what? I should call AT&T and see if I can request that. Turn that into my cell phone number. I appreciate it. Thanks, Warren. I gotta fly, man.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Live.
There's a website that it's kind of interesting. It's called tornadohq.com, and it shows you where all of the tornado warnings at the moment are issued. And it's really interesting. It kind of tells you how much, where, what counties, what state, how long before the warning ends. I already got a song submitted for the Evening Edge Local Music Showcase. What do you know?
If breaking news, traffic, or severe weather happens anytime this hour, we'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. We have a new telephone number if you'd like to call the show. 937-957-1290. We've been talking about it all day. We've got the possibility of some severe weather tonight. Basically after like 7 o'clock is what they're thinking. And Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn is scheduled to appear on the show just after 6:30, so he's going to be here giving us details. I will say that I'm looking at a website right now called tornadohq.com. And it's really interesting. It gives you all of the tornado warnings that have been issued today, any tornado warnings that are currently issued. And right now, just so you know, there are 5 tornado warnings in effect, basically for the Illinois-Indiana border, southwest of Bloomington. So if you know your geography, you know that that's not necessarily heading directly towards us, that particular storm, that particular cell. It's still got quite a ways to go. And it is sort of maybe tracking north a little bit. But we could have some, isolated spin-ups or something like that. So just be weather alert tonight. Keep it here on WHIO and, of course, Channel 7. And like I said, Nick will be here, meteorologist Nick Dunn. He will be here after 6:30, and he will give us all the details and a timeline. I saw this today. This is kind of cool. You know, if you've lived here for any amount of time here in southwestern Ohio, you know that we have a ton of museums and some really, really cool world-class museums. And we're not the only ones who know that. There was a article that came out, I think it was, maybe it was today, maybe it was this morning, USA Today, and they asked their readers to name the best museums in certain categories. You know, we're talking science, we're talking history, we're talking natural history, you know, pop culture, music, all kinds of things. And we have a number of museums here in our area that made the lists. And I thought this was kind of cool and worth mentioning. Show a little southwestern Ohio pride. Why not? Number 3 on their list for the best free museums. Right here in our backyard, the National Museum of the United States Air Force. Number 3 on the list in the country. That's amazing. That is amazing. And, you know, I grew up here, as I'm sure many of you have. And I will say that when you grow up here, you kind of take Wright-Patterson Air Force Base Museum for granted because it's just there. You always see it. You drive by, and, you know, if you're heading to Huber Heights or wherever, that's where I always drive by it down Woodman, Wright Brothers Parkway, right past the Air Force Base Museum. But people come to this museum from all around the world. And it is such a gift for us to have. Such a gift. I need to get over there more often. You know, they actually follow the show. From time to time, I'll see comments from the National Air Force Museum on some of my posts. I love it. But they do a great job over there. Number 1 on the list of best science museums, COSI, up in Columbus. And I just wonder how long that has been there, because I remember going to COSI, I don't know, half a dozen times as a kid growing up on field trips. I remember we would take a field trip for school. We would go to Columbus. We'd go to COSI for part of the day, and we'd go through and see all the cool science stuff. And then they took us to the state capitol. Boring. The science stuff was much cooler, much, much cooler. But yeah, that place is number one in the country. Now, best science museum. Number 2 on the best science museum. No, let me back up. Hang on. Hold on. Hold everything. I'm looking at something. So we just got some breaking news. Ron, I don't know if you've seen it yet. It just came across my WHIO news app.
Yeah, I just saw it on my phone pop up too. So I'm seeing this in real time with you. They've arrested the husband of the woman who was killed in an apparent home invasion in Tip City.
Yeah, it's saying the husband of a woman who was killed in the home invasion, just like he said, has been booked into jail on murder. Miami County jail records show that Caleb Carl Flynn was booked into jail at approximately 5:07 p.m. on suspicion of murder.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you or did you not get a call this week pertaining to this?
I did, 100%. I got a call when I did I just talked about it a little bit because everybody was talking about it. And I had a woman call and said, they are godly people and I know them and they go to our church and there's all kinds of rumors and speculation and just none of this can't be, well, I mean, look, he's been accused. He's not been put on trial yet. And he's innocent until proven guilty. But unfortunately, this is something that has been talked about quite a bit up there and on social media. I mean, I've heard things from people who live up there that there were certain elements of the case that had not been made public. But you know, Tip City's a small community, and when you hear a rumor and stuff gets spread around, unfortunately, I think for a lot of people, it's shocking. It's shocking, but they're not surprised that this is the case after you started hearing some of the, you know, the pieces of evidence or missing pieces of evidence. But wow, I saw early this morning that the story had gone international, that the Daily Mail in the UK was covering it. So, well, we're definitely going to have more on this throughout the evening. We'll have details on this obviously tomorrow morning on Miami Valley's Morning News, and Channel 7 will have more of it on later on tonight. So yeah, just a sad situation all around. And again, you just feel for the families, you feel for the kids, you feel for obviously the victim, but all of the children that she's touched as a teacher. And I heard that I don't know if she was a pastor or I know she had something to do with Christian Life Church, and but you know, as a volleyball coach, as a substitute teacher, all of the lives that she's touched, you know, over the years, you just think about those people, and you know, they had a personal connection to this woman. But I think there's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a something going on this weekend, Ron? Do you?
Her funeral is set for Sunday afternoon.
Okay, all right. I thought there was something else going on too. Like,
I'm trying to think at this point. I can't. It isn't hitting the top of my brain right now.
Right. But so anyway, we'll definitely have more on this. But just let's see. Is there more to it here? Let's see.
I'm not seeing
Ron,
any specific details, at least about the arrest. But at this point, Caleb Flynn is in jail, and yeah, he was arrested about 5:07. And he is in the Miami County Jail now on suspicion of murder. And he is being charged with the death of his wife, Ashley Flynn, according to the police chief, Greg Atkins.
I know that there was there was a 911 call that was not released, but there's details in this story that came across the WHIO app that says, okay, News Center 7 obtained the dispatch logs when Tip City Police first found out about the incident. The call makes references to a RP, which means reporting party, of the person who called 911. Someone broke in to RP's house, unknown if they are still there.
I will have that audio too at the top of the hour. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got that part of it. They have not released that 911 yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go to break here and we'll get to the news here in 10 minutes, and we'll have the latest for you.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Oy. Holy crap, it's Captain Scurvy. Who let him out? Oh, Zach, I'm sorry to hear that. Ugh. Keep your germs away from me.
WHIO FM Pleasant Hill.
Nobody likes to be told what to think. Our news is right down the middle. Dayton's News and Talk is WHIO. Depend on it.
Troopers want to know how to deal with the new Buc-ee's. We'll have that for you at 6 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Can we have some fun now, please?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. If you're just joining us, here's what's going on right now. We got severe weather heading towards the Miami Valley. We're going to have Nick Dunn, Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn, who's going to be coming in just after 6:30. That's the plan. to tell us about it because I think the timeline is basically after 7 o'clock, maybe between 7 and 10. I will tell you that there are a number of tornado warnings presently in effect to the southwest of Indianapolis on the border of Illinois and Indiana. And this is all part of the storms that are moving in our direction. Now, it looks like the track of where the tornado warnings are is heading considerably more north than the Miami Valley. But, who knows what's behind it. And we'll see what happens. But just keep it here on WHIO, and we'll be talking to Nick here next hour. And, of course, throughout the evening. And keep your senses alert to the weather. The other thing that we just had, we had some breaking news in case you haven't heard. The husband of Ashley Flynn, the woman who was murdered in what initially was an apparent home invasion, has been arrested. And he's been charged with the murder of his wife. He was booked into the Tip City jail, or I guess maybe Miami County. I'm not sure which, but he was booked into jail. And they just released the mugshot. So that will be on WHIO.com if you want to go check it out. But we'll have the latest coming up here with Ron. And, of course, tomorrow morning on Miami Valley's Morning News. And, just a sad situation. A lot of people kind of felt like it was going in that direction. But here's the thing. Unless you're in the investigation and you know somebody who's really in the investigation, just making guesses and speculation isn't terribly helpful, especially to the family and the loved ones, because they're hoping for their best. They're hoping that this was not the case. Obviously, they're hoping that it never happened to begin with. But, the tragedy is compounded when it's something like this. So, thoughts and prayers, of course, with the families, the community, and everybody whose lives were touched by Ashley Flynn.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
Double D.
H. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
I just saw that this Caleb Flynn was on American Idol. What? Oh, Curtis, that's an excellent point. I'm going to have to run out of here. Think I need to get some surveillance cameras out there.
.95.7 WHIO, Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
If breaking news, traffic, or severe weather happens anytime this hour, we'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's news and talk, WHIO.
Have you ever heard of this guy?
It's Todd.
It's Todd, honey.
He's funny.
Monday through Friday.
5 to 7 on the radio.
You can tell she likes Todd for Todd.
He's a nut. Real character, that one.
Todd, let's do this.
Get the show started.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is rolling on Facebook and YouTube. Coming up this hour, scheduled to appear just after 6:30. Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn. He's going to be talking about these severe storms that are going to be rolling into our area tonight. Right now, there's some pretty heavy storms just to the southwest of Indianapolis. Some tornado warnings, hail, lots of lightning. As I look at the radar, it looks like that portion of the storm may be tracking a little more northern than straight in line with Dayton, but I don't know. There could be something behind it and, to the south. So he's going to be here. Nick's going to be here just after 6:30 and give us a timeline. I guess they're talking maybe between 7 and 10 is when we're expecting the brunt of this storm. So he'll be here for that. And we do have a new telephone number, 937-957-1290. So I was talking about museums here in southwestern Ohio when we had the breaking news about the husband of Ashley Flynn, Caleb Flynn, being arrested for her murder. But I wanted to get back to this list because I had a question. One of this was a USA Today readers poll asking the best museums in the country in a variety of different categories. One of the categories that they talk about is the best pop culture museum. Now, I've heard of this museum down in Cincinnati, and I've never been. Candidly, Mary and I looked at it one time, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like $30 to get in, which seems a lot of money for a museum. But this is the American Sign Museum down in Cincinnati, 40,000 square feet of indoor space. There's over a century of American history. just all kinds of commercial signs and the process of making the signs, the whole deal. It looks colorful. And I've seen pictures of it from, like video of it. But I'd be curious if anybody has gone and if it's worth what they charge to get in. Now, I'm all about supporting local museums, 100%. But I'll be honest, I thought that was a little steep. But if you think it's worth it, then maybe I'll give it a try. The other museum that's not on the list that I've heard is in Cincinnati. And I don't know that it's come up on the show before. I was made aware not long ago of a ventriloquism museum down in Cincinnati. And it's nothing but ventriloquist dolls, which I think are incredibly creepy and incredibly cool. So I'm just curious if anybody's made it to the ventriloquist museum and what your review would be of that. 937-957-1290. We got Randy, the truck driver in London, Kentucky. Hey, Randy.
Hey, what's going on, Todd?
You, my friend, is what's going on.
That.
Yeah. So what's happening, my friend?
Well, I'm going to be up there at East Liberty right through the middle of that big storm that's coming.
Oh, no, because they're talking about very high gusty winds could exceed 60 miles an hour. Now, if you're driving a big rig, you got to be careful. You don't want to turn that thing over.
The trick is to keep rolling.
That's
the reason I called is you, as a mayor of Todd Township,
what?
You should start your own museum.
Wait a second. Todd Township?
Yeah. You got your own township, don't you? And you should, you're the mayor of it.
Wait a second. What are you
the
talking
mayor
about?
Of Todd Township. Yeah. And you should start your own museum. I'll be more than happy to send you a bunch of my old underwear to put in your museum.
Now, where is Todd's Township? What are you talking about? Where is this?
Wherever it is you want to be.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were actually, as a trucker, you went through some place called Todd's Township.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm sure there's one somewhere. Yeah. Oh, wait.
That's right. And you're the mayor of it.
I'm the mayor of it. All right. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. I think the town that I would be mayor of would be Twittsville. Anyway, Ian, what?
TOD Township in Crawford County. Yeah, there is a real Todd Township. Just TOD, not TODD.
Crawford County where?
Ohio.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Todd Township.
TOD, not TODD.
Huh.
But there is a Todd Township.
Is there any history on that, there on that page you're looking at? Is that a Wikipedia page? Be curious to know
there's a website called toddtownship.us.
I'm curious how they came up with the name, like if it was named after somebody or what I could do to try to get them to add a second D. Where is it? Where is it in Ohio? I'm not familiar with Crawford.
I don't know where Crawford. Let me 1 second.
All right.
Let me use my typing skills.
Do the Googler.
Crawford County maps. It is north of Columbus between Upper Sandusky and Mansfield. So
okay.
All right. It encompasses Bucyrus, Galleon, and Crestline.
Galleon. I know exactly. I know where that's at.
That's Crawford County. There's a Todd Township in there somewhere.
Really?
There is.
I wonder.
If I do a little day trip.
Well, if this show was on other stations besides just WHIO, like maybe if I was on other stations in Ohio, then it would make sense if I tried to get Todd Township to add an extra D. Like, what would it cost? What could I bribe you with to add an extra D? Now, somebody.
It looks like it's all farmland up there, so I'd say like $5.
So a lot of grazing.
Yeah.
That's about right. Here's a question. I heard this morning on Miami Valley's Morning News. The grandson, and talk about having what a legacy this guy has. The grandson of the man who invented the Reese's peanut butter cup has apparently leveled allegations against Hershey saying that they've hurt his grandfather's brand. His name is Brad Reece, and he wrote a letter on all days, Valentine's Day, saying that Hershey has hurt the brand by using what he calls cheaper ingredients. And he said that the Hershey brand manager, or he sent a letter or sent a post. How does the Hershey company continue to position Reese's as its flagship brand, a symbol of trust, quality, and leadership, while quietly replacing the very ingredients, milk, chocolate, and peanut butter, that built Reese's trust in the first place? He said it's about whether Reese's, the number one chocolate brand, is being protected or diluted. So I got thinking about this. When you were a kid and you had Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, I know it's probably, like a long time ago. Do you think it tastes different now than it did then? Like really discernible? I've always, I joke, and it's true, I'm not a fan of peanut butter, but I have no problem putting a smack down on a bag of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. But I don't think it tastes any different than what it used to. I mean, he made a point. He said, this is what he said. He said he tossed out a bag of Reese's Mini Hearts, a new item released for Valentine's Day. He said they were not edible. Like they were that bad. He threw them out. Who throws out Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? Well, apparently Brad Reece. He does. But I don't know if it tastes any different now. And I started thinking like what other foods could there be that taste different? And I don't know that it's just that your taste changes because you get older.
Well, I think there's also the fact that, we process more food nowadays since we did a long time ago. But I definitely think that Reese's have gotten a lot more sweeter, like too sweet. Like it's like that sensation, like if you eat too much, like you get that back of your throat burn because there's a lot of sugar in there.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that now. It's more sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely way too sweet now. I actually prefer the thins because it's a better ratio of chocolate and peanut butter.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I prefer those. It's just I feel like I'm just drinking a peanut butter jar whenever I bite into a Reese's.
Have you been into a store and seen these really big thick ones?
Really big.
They're like really big, thick of Reese's cup. They're like.
Are they like the same shape? Because
they're
I know
the same
big,
shape.
Like,
they're the same shape. I think they're the same.
I don't think I've ever seen those.
I've never purchased one because I'm not going to eat that much.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I saw it on the shelf, I mean, it looked like maybe it was 3/4 of an inch thick, maybe an inch thick.
Oh my God.
It was huge.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And
whoever can down that, that's impressive. Good for you.
How you could
without throwing up, that's impressive if you can down that without throwing up.
Yeah, it just seems like way too much.
Yeah,
but maybe
agreed.
he's got a point. I mean, I know that these companies, over time, things change. They go with different ingredients for whatever reason, whether it's cheaper, or maybe an ingredient that they were using before is harder to get. I don't know. Or different standards change with the FDA, and who knows? Especially like with the colors, like the colors of different M&Ms. Like how are they changing that? But anyway, that's just something I thought was kind of interesting.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Who, Todd? Okay, yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Actually, you know what, William? I didn't get to that. It's on the list. I think it's number 2 or 3 in the country for children's museums. Yeah, I didn't get to it, but that was also on their list.
professional invoices, and get paid faster, all with the QuickBooks mobile app. Easily create.
When I got my golden ticket, honestly, all I could do was cover my face because I cried a little bit. Kind of a crybaby. I get it from my mom and my dad. But it was honestly just pure joy, excitement. I tried out for American Idol 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't make it. And so to get this was all the more.
Hey, Ken, how you doing? Doing well.
So it was awesome. The person that inspires me to be an informer, I guess, would say the Lord. I'm a music pastor.
Yeah, I just I didn't watch the whole thing, but Mary sent me a link. Excuse me. Whew. I think that's when maybe he was detained. I had heard that he was being detained. So that may be when they took him, not necessarily into custody, but they detained him.
Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
We are going to have mad fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is rolling on Facebook and YouTube. Coming up after the news, we've got scheduled to appear Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn. And he's going to be giving us a timeline and what we can expect with this line of storms heading towards Miami Valley. Right now, it's off to the west of Indianapolis. Pretty heavy line. And there have been some tornado warnings issued. So we'll see if that happens here. But, he'll be here. Okay, he's saying he'll be over in a few minutes, getting called into a very important weather meeting. I understand. I mentioned this earlier. In the years past on this show, I did a feature called the Evening Edge Local Music Showcase. And this was an opportunity for local artists who create original music of different genres to be featured here on the show. Because, we have an incredible amount of talent, musical talent. We have a lot of talent in general in this area, but we have a lot of musical talent, and there really isn't a great number of outlets for them to get their music on the radio. There's a couple. There's a couple, I will admit, but not enough. And I'm offering the opportunity for local artists to have their music featured right here on the show, on the airwaves of WHIO radio. So if you are a band or an artist, whatever you might be, and you want to submit some music, submit it to eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. Now, I just mentioned this just over an hour ago. This is the first time I mentioned it on the show. I did post something earlier on Facebook, but already I've had 4 submissions, and I absolutely love that. And the way it'll work is that every Friday, usually the last segment of the show, I will play one of those songs going into the weekend. And I remember a couple of years ago, and I can't remember who the artist was, a local guy, but he was so excited to get his song on the show and on WHIO. They had a listening party at some pub up there, wherever he was. I think it was somewhere up north. And there were a number of people there to listen to the show, to the song be, played on the show. And I thought that was that's such a cool thing. Because if you're a music artist, the idea of hearing your songs on the radio is like a dream come true. So I'm hoping to do that. Now, just real briefly, your music, here's the deal. It has to sound good. It has to be good quality, sound quality. I don't want it to sound like you recorded it on a cassette tape player from 1970 and in your garage, okay? It also has to meet FCC regulations. No explicit lyrics. And it has to be your own creation, no covers. Now, again, I'm open to all kinds of genres, but just remember the WHIO audience. So keep that in mind.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
I agree, Maureen. No tornadoes for us. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was in my water. I took a swig and I felt something. I was like, whoa. The TV studio is about 30 feet from where I'm sitting right now. But I don't know if he's in the I don't know that he's in the studio. He might be in the newsroom, which is on the other side of the building. But he'll be here. I may just have to fill it. Fill it, baby. Fill it. Fill it. Fill it. Fill it. That's the sign for filling it. Filling it. Fill it. Fill. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. You want to know what's stinging to the ego is when they ask you to record a commercial and I do it. And then I hear the same script read by somebody else. A woman.
In immediately, because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Don't hesitate to call. You call me. You better call me. Damn it, get me a phone. Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Well, I've been promising it all night that just after 6:30, Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn would be joining us to talk about the line of storms coming into the area. And here he is. Boy, I don't care. Whatever. Is that mic 3? Is that you?
Yep.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
So I appreciate you sending me a text and letting me know that you were going to be a little bit late. But I don't believe for one second you were in a meeting. I know what you were doing. I know exactly what you were doing. But first I have to play your little intro, and then I'm going to tell everybody what you were doing.
Okay. Okay.
Big dream, talking weather like you never seen. He's got the dew point and the wind chill. Nick Dunn, a big time weather thrill. When the clouds roll or the snow falls, storm fronts, high winds, hail and golf balls. Nick's there, no need to wonder. He's like the lightning before the thunder. So I'll tell you exactly what you were doing.
Okay.
Because I saw you doing it the other night. I came into the station. It was Sunday evening. Oh, by the way, do you care if I turn on the camera?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to turn on the camera so everybody can see. Nick.
I'll be busy typing and multitasking.
There you go. There you go. All right. I know exactly what you were doing.
Okay.
You were out getting your drone ready.
Ah,
I saw you. I was leaving the station, and I'm like, "What's that over there?" And I saw you, and you were hanging out by a car.
Yeah.
And you had a drone on the back, and you were getting ready for some real drone fun.
yeah. So I'm working on getting my drone license too, on top of everything else. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're going to be a meteorologist drone pilot. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let's get down to brass tacks here. We've got some severe weather heading our direction as I sit here and look at live Doppler 7. I think, the flashing, are those, what warnings are those?
Yeah, so your yellow polygons that you see, and I know for folks at home, unless you're watching on the live stream, actually you can't even see if you're watching live stream, but we have the flashing yellow ones for your reference are severe thunderstorm warnings, red or tornado warnings, and this just in Wayne and Union counties added to a tornado watch. So Richmond and Liberty until 9 p.m. this evening. The forecast so far in terms of our timeline, the worst of it being from 8 p.m. to midnight, is on track. The part that's kind of flustered me and Austin just a little bit today is that the storms are much further north of where the computer guidance said that they were going to be.
Okay.
So is that going to change the expectation of how storms pan out for us? I don't think so. We expect damaging winds to be the main concern, some small hail, and perhaps a weak tornado or two. But we'll have to see if we thought that, the best chance would be 70 and south. Maybe we need to nudge that north a bit. We'll be analyzing that over the next hour or so as we kind of see how storms prevail. These storms have had a history of tornadoes on the ground in Indiana, along with producing some pretty, I won't say monster hail, but bigger hail than what we're used to seeing. We talk about, we're used to seeing like little peas, little dimes, your pocket change.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple reports of approaching golf ball size hail. That's not something we see very often. So we'll continue to watch it, but I would not also be surprised either to see the tornado watch expanded to include Dayton at some point.
Okay.
Within the next hour or two as we continue to watch things kind of progress. But we're watching radar right now. The strongest storm is near Bloomington, Indiana, and that is on the southern end of that cluster that you see. And so it's by itself. So when storms are by themselves like that, they're not competing with others for inflow. They tend to be stronger and more dominant. And so what I expect from that is that cell probably has a tornado on the ground or we'll kind of cycle back and forth between having one down and just being a big, just a big time thunderstorm, probably all the way till it at least gets to the Indiana state line.
Okay, so today was kind of a nice day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was warm temperatures, and we had some periods of sun.
We did.
And I know that certainly affects the atmosphere. So this is a warm front that's...
Yes, we've had a warm front lifting north through the day, and that helped us. But you stepped outside, like when you came in today, it probably didn't feel like super like soupy or like tropical, muggy. Didn't really have that feel to it.
Yeah.
We have this is like what I would like to call the bare minimum, right? We're just warm enough. We're just unstable enough, but we have plenty of wind energy in the upper levels of the atmosphere to work with. I talked a little bit about that at 5 o'clock. If you were watching the live stream, the big takeaway is it's not super windy at the ground, but it gets windier as you work up to about 15,000 feet. The winds are at about 60 to 70 miles per hour there. So any storms that do move in can tap into that, and some of that wind can be brought down to the surface. And the other thing is right now, the wind that you do feel is out of the southeast at the surface. Well, above us, the winds are kind of out of the opposite direction, the southwest, or almost due west. And so we have a change of wind direction with height, and the wind speed is a little faster as we work up. And so it's just enough for a couple of storms to rotate. Not every rotating storm produces a tornado, but a couple very well could produce one or two this evening.
So looking at this line, and again, I know this is radio and people can't see the radar, but that line that you see up there that stretches all the way Lafayette down to Bloomington. Is there anything behind that?
Yeah,
there is to be concerned about.
Yeah, I was actually just chatting with Austin about this. So there's another round of storms pretty much right behind this toward Effingham, Illinois. That has a tornado warning on it, but I really think that this cluster that we're watching right here will be quote unquote the main show, if that makes sense.
So maybe this one will take a lot of energy out of the atmosphere as it moves across Indiana, and whatever's behind it may
I would expect what's behind it
to
I would expect it to weaken a little bit. So once that comes through here, again, between 8 p.m. and midnight, anything after that should be weaker in nature and should be very minimal, if much, to deal with anything. And then, to think about, Todd, when you go on the air tomorrow, we're in the 30s.
Well, I was just going to say, this is the weather whiplash.
Yes.
Of living here in Ohio. So, today upper 60 or mid, I don't know if we were upper 60s.
Yeah, we got to mid. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then tomorrow it's going to be freezing.
Yeah.
And then snow showers on Sunday.
Yeah, very possible. I mean, this is very typical, February weather. And I've had a couple folks ask me, hey, this looks very similar to, 2024. We had our first tornado in February. We had snow flurries that afternoon. It kind of gives off that vibe. I get it, 110%. But I will say that I don't expect this to necessarily pan out just like that. Is the track of that system similar to that one? Yes. We can sometimes find some similarities, but each system always has a little bit of a different twist to it. That one in 2024 had a little more wind to work with than this.
Yeah.
It also was a little bit warmer. We had 70s at 11 o'clock at night. Going into that, we're going to have 50s tonight, which, to Austin and to most meteorologists, that's not like prime tornado weather to have temperatures in the 50s. I was just looking, Bloomington sitting at like 60 degrees right now, and they have that monster storm coming in.
Okay.
So, to just be barely at 60 degrees and you're getting that, just goes to show you it doesn't take much in these late winter, early spring months to get something going.
You were talking about wind. We had a trucker, Randy, call in from London, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And he's heading up north. I forget where he said, but he's going to be coming right through here. Are we talking like, what kind of wind gusts are we going to be talking for people who might be driving out there on 75?
Yeah, and 75. So I don't know what time he had planned on getting here, but what's interesting is, if he's here by 8:30, might be perfectly fine.
Right.
If he's going to stay here for the night, then that's all good and fine too. But if anybody is out there driving later on tonight, even if the storms are, again, not all of these will be severe, but even if the storms, if you get one over you and it's not severe, you should still likely see a gust of 40 to 50 miles per hour, which that's enough to break down a couple small tree limbs. But, as John Bedell alluded to, and it's something that I kind of forgotten about, our trees, we don't have leaves on them right now.
Right.
So they can
yeah.
withstand a little more wind than if they were, fully leafed, if you will.
That is
So,
true. That is
yeah,
true.
So
That is true.
that's something to keep in mind. But you obviously gusts of 40 or 50 could do some very minor damage. We'll have gusts of 40 tomorrow during the afternoon as well. So that's going to really sting a little bit, bit after where
100%. 100%.
And then obviously if you get underneath one of those severe storms, you could easily see a gust of 60 to 70 miles an hour, some hail, and again maybe an isolated tornado or two. But I do not expect there to be more tornado reports than wind or hail. I think wind or hail reports will outnumber the tornado reports, but always around here, we know the mention of that T word typically gets everybody, their eyebrows raised like, well, we also have to remember that tornadoes are tiny compared to the size of a whole county or in many cases a whole town. And so that's sometimes kind of scaling that back and putting it into perspective is, you may see, sometimes we may show you like 10 or 20 reports of, tree damage, but we don't ever have 10 or 20 tornadoes to balance that.
Sure.
So we usually get more wind or hail reports.
Whenever there's a chance of hail, and you were talking about maybe golf ball, I think that
that would be like the upper echelon. Like
if you're able to park your car inside, in your garage, do so. On the other hand, if you feel like you need a new roof, keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, what's funny? So my grandpa lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana, not too far outside of our listening area here. They had a hailstorm this morning at about 40 degrees at 5 o'clock. It hailed for almost an hour, and at 9 a.m. there was still hail on the ground.
Wow.
They had anywhere from pea to quarter-size hail. He said, I don't think we have any damage. I said, just wait. Sometimes you don't always notice it right away.
Right.
And for it hailing that long on your roof, I don't know. Maybe you'll get a new roof out of it. It's hard to say.
Well, Nick, I appreciate you coming in and talking to all the edge heads and keeping us up to date on what's going on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're
and
very
good
welcome.
luck with your drone flying.
Yes.
Next time you're on, I want to delve into that a little deeper, okay?
That sounds like a plan.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
Double D.
H.
Double L. S. T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Yes, I was just going to say, yes, I agree, Maureen. Ian, my producer, still had my mic turned up in the studio. So when I went to say yes to agree, I heard myself in my headphones, which I'm not supposed to do when we're in commercial break. So it's like, what?
From the birthplace of aviation, WHIO Dayton, WHIO FM Pleasant Hill.
Nobody likes to be told what to think. Our news is right down the middle. Dayton's News and Talk is WHIO. Depend on it.
After the storms leave, get ready for cold temperatures to return. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Oh, well, go have fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. All right, so in our closing minutes, we've got severe weather heading towards Miami Valley. I think Nick said probably, I'm looking at, at least after 8 o'clock, at least. There are some severe storms in Indianapolis right now. They've issued a tornado watch for, Wayne County and what was the other county? Ian, did you catch that one? Do you know? Union, thank you very much. On the Indiana border. So could be heading this direction. So, it is heading this direction. So keep your eyes and ears open. The other thing, in case you missed it, we had breaking news. We've been talking about it a little bit tonight on the show. And just a terrible, tragic situation up in Tip City. But the husband of Ashley Flynn, who was murdered in what was an apparent home invasion. Husband Caleb was arrested earlier this evening and charged with murder. So obviously, Miami Valley's Morning News with Larry Hanskin will have more on this tomorrow morning. And of course, News Center 7 tonight at 11. And we will break in to WHIO with any severe weather situations here in the Miami Valley. Have a terrific and safe Thursday. And I'll talk to you tomorrow just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
So that's it?
I'm afraid so.
That was exciting.
But I've heard enough of this weird crap.
We'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all for tonight, folks.
All right, we'll see you next time.
So pull the plug already.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. Be safe out there.